the back of the unit, and we do have panels for this. You can see these panels down here. There's actually 3 panels, 1, 2, 3. So the 2 uppers cover up this section, and then there's a smaller panel that goes along here, and those are right there. And we also have a cover for the amplifier and a remote control for controlling the volume. There it is right here. So you can do your volume control, cancel the selections, master amplifier, volume remote speaker amplifier. That would be for your remote speakers throughout the factory or something. So it actually has one for the internal speaker that's in the unit. And then these are my panels here. And you can sort of see there's a longer one there. And those go on the back here to cover it up. And it does have air vents. If you saw, there's a bunch of air vents, and the lower one is mostly an air vent. All right, so let's talk about what's in here. There's a whole bunch of stuff in here, and I'm going to talk about it here. So viewing from the back here, this is your record mechanism. So these are the slots that the records go in. Remember, we're talking about 78 RPM, right? We're talking about 78 RPM records, 12 or 10 inch. All right, so let's start at the very back in there. You see that unit right back in there? We're talking about right there. That is what is called the Seberg control selection panel or control panel. So that is what registers the selections that were made to dole them out, right? So there it is right there. It's in good shape. I mean, look at it. Mounted right next to the record mechanism. Plugs and everything looks good. Okay, what's next? This is the Seberg Selectomatic 200 library mechanism. And you can sort of see the info on there. It's a model number 200S3-L6, and it's a big mechanism, as you can see, and it's got the tie downs right here. We're going to tighten this down. We'll be shipping this from Nevada. It's got a long cable that travels with it back and forth because it's attached to the record mechanism right there. So this has a Seberg blackhead cartridge, and it's got the 78 RPM setup on it, as you can see. And then here are the brushes here. Let me focus again. Here are the brushes here. So when it switches sides, it hits the brushes and cleans the tips of the needles, and the needles are in there, although we might have to get some other ones. And then here's the mechanism. Now there isn't a cover that per se goes over the mechanism because you never see this part. It's hidden, so it doesn't really need to cover. So there is the Seeburg Library mechanism cover, record mechanism library for selecting the records. All right, let's come on down here. We'll get down on the ground. I'll show you some other cool stuff. I'm gonna sort of get down here. Okay, so we have, looks to me like a big 15-inch, big Jensen speaker. Let me see if I can focus on this for you. And there it is. Looks like a permanent magnet speaker. And it's got a, I don't know what that says. It's hard to read it because I'm not down low enough, but there it is. And it looks to be in excellent shape. I can only imagine the sound that this thing puts out with, they call it a PM speaker. So I think that's PM, right? Hard for me to see it, but I'm trying to focus it for you guys to see. But it'll be fun. These little boxes over here are the compartments we saw for the records up front. There's 2 boxes. Okay, now, this is the Seberg Amplifier right here. And that brown cover I showed you earlier goes over the top of it. And it's got like holes or grates in it to let it breathe. But let's go ahead and zoom back a little bit. So this is a Seberg 18 watt power amp. Okay, I'm just reading off the thing. It's a 18A1-L6 Seberg amplifier, and then it says on the plate 117 volts, 120 watts, 60 cycles at 1 amp, and that's it right there. And then Seberg made different bases for it. Okay, and this is the tag on the bottom of the cabinet. This is sort of the bottom cabinet, and they actually sold these with just the top half that would sit more on like a tabletop or something, but with the base it becomes a complete unit. And so there it is. It's a BA2, and you can sort of see that there, BA2 Selectomatic 200 Library Unit base, right? And it's got a serial number, and then that's the base. That's the base for it. So let me stand back up and see if I can show you again. Sorry for the thing not focusing. So yeah, so let's go back over here. Again, this is the cover I was talking about right here, this thing. This actually goes over the amplifier, and it's painted brown like the amplifier. So this actually sits over the top of this amplifier. And that's it. That's going to do it. There's some cool information over here. Let's see if we can focus on that. That's some pretty cool stuff. Right there. And obviously this top part bolts in to this base there to give it one complete unit. So that's going to do it. There's a look. Then we're going to restore the cabinet, and get all the electronics gone through, and then we'll do another video. And we're going to do a video before this talking about the history of these units, and then combine the two videos, the front version, this back version, the history video, and then we'll do a final video of it, totally redone, working and playing and looking good. All right, thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe to my videos on YouTube. Give me the thumbs up on Facebook, and thanks for watching.